So in this lecture, we'll discuss the problems relating to category 3 individuals determining the residency status. Okay, if you look at the problem, we'll solve one problem relating to category 3. Mr. Guru left India for the first time on May 31st, 2022 on World Tour. Determine his residency status for the previous year 22-23. Remember, he left India on World Tour, not for the purpose of employment outside India. If you look at category wise people, the first category of people who leaves India for the purpose of employment outside India. In the given case, what is given is for a world tour. Therefore, he does not belong to category 1. So he's not coming on a visit to India. He's not a category 2. Therefore, he is a category 3, other Indian citizens. Category 3, other Indian citizens. So for category 3 people, we have to check these conditions. We have to check these conditions whether he satisfied any one of these conditions. Okay. So look at this for the previous year 22-23. For the previous year 22-23, we have to determine the residency status for the previous year 22-23. Okay. Right. So previous year, what is previous year? Previous year question, what is given the previous year? 22-23. 2022-23 is the previous year. Therefore, that starts from 1st April 22 to 31st March 23. 31st March 23. He left India when he left India on 31st May 2022. Therefore, as we discussed in the previous lectures, date of departure shall also be treated as included in India. Date of departure shall also be treated as included in India. Therefore, we have to count till May 31st. We have to count till May 31st. Therefore, his stay in India, is April 30 days, April 30 days and May 31 days. April 30 days and May 31 days. That's it. So his total stay in India is only 61 days. His total stay in India is only 61 days. Okay. So his total stay in India is only 61 days. Obviously, he did not satisfy the first reason. First reason is 182 days. He did not satisfy this reason. Look at the second reason, 60 days or more. This reason is satisfied 60 days. Okay. Current previous year, relevant previous year, relevant previous year, relevant previous year 61 days. And how about the stay in India for the 4 preceding previous years? For the 4 preceding previous years. Okay. Since he left India for the first time, since he left India for the first time, all the days in the 4 preceding previous years he stayed in India. Okay. 4 preceding previous years. Okay. 4 preceding previous years. 4 preceding previous years. How many days he stayed in India? For 4 preceding previous years, how many days he stayed in India? 365 into 4. Sir, how 365 into 4? Because he left India for the first time. That means he stayed throughout the 4 years. Throughout the 4 years he stayed in India. That means he satisfied this condition also. He satisfied this condition also. Accordingly, he is a resident. Okay. Accordingly, he is a resident. Since Mr. Guru, since Mr. Guru satisfied both the conditions specified in reason 2, satisfied both the conditions of reason 2. What is those conditions? That is 60 days in relevant previous year, 60 days in relevant previous year, and 365 days or more, and 365 days or more in 4 preceding previous years. 4 preceding previous years. Okay, therefore, he is a resident in India. Since Mr. Guru satisfied both the conditions of reason 2, he is a resident. He is a resident. Now we have to check whether he satisfied any one of these 2 negative conditions. If we have to check whether he satisfied any one of these 2 negative conditions. If you observe whether he is a non-resident in 9 out of 10 previous years, no. This negative condition is not satisfied because he left India for the first time. He is a resident for all the 10 previous years. Okay, he is a resident for all the 10 previous years. As he left India for the first time, he is a resident. He is a resident in all the 10 preceding previous years. In all the 10 preceding previous years. Okay, as he left India for the first time, he is a resident in all the 10 preceding previous years. Okay, next, whether he stay in 7 preceding previous years is 729 days or less, no. Okay, so as he left India for the first time, Okay, his stay in India, during the 7 preceding previous years. During the 7 preceding previous years is how many days? How many days? 365 into 7. He left India for the first time. Okay, 2555. 2555. Okay, 2555, which is more than required 730 days. Which is more than required 730 days. Okay, which is more than required 730 days, as it does not attracted none of the negative conditions. Since it did not attract any negative condition. Okay, since he did not attract any negative condition. Since he did not attract any negative condition. Okay, he will not be treated as not ordinary resident. He will not be treated as not ordinarily resident. Remember, the way you are writing the answer is important. You have to write as if as the way as given in the act. Therefore, as per section 6, subsection 6 of that, they talked about resident and not ordinary resident. Therefore, he does not attract negative conditions. He will not be treated as not ordinary resident. In other words, he will be a resident but ordinary resident. Therefore, he is a resident but a resident. That's it. Resident and ordinary resident. We don't need to talk about resident but not ordinary resident also. Resident, that's it. Resident. There is no word called as resident and ordinary resident. As per section 6, there is no word called as resident and ordinary resident. Just we have to say resident or not. Resident, but not ordinary resident. That's only two classifications. Therefore, he is a resident. He will not be counted as a resident, not ordinary resident. Okay. So he did not satisfy the first condition, but he satisfied the second reason. So if he satisfied the second reason, we have to check negative conditions. He did not get attracted any one of the negative conditions. Therefore, he will not be treated as not ordinary resident. Not ordinary resident. He will not be treated as a not ordinary resident. He will simply a resident. Okay, right. So that's all with this question. Category 3, Indian citizens. So in the next video, we'll solve the problems related to category 4, others. That is to say foreign citizens. Okay, all the 3 categories of Indian citizens is completed. So in the next lectures, we'll discuss category 4, that is foreign citizens. Okay, thank you.